Jocelyn McClellan here with Fit Mission Makeup. I'm an independent artist for Mascara Beauty. I absolutely love that makeup. I feel that with adding key things to our makeup looks, because our skin is so different, it's gonna make a difference for your application. I have your summer-proof makeup tutorial just for you, emphasizing on the importance of setting sprays and how using them correctly can make such an importance on your makeup look. Stick around. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, honey buns, you need to, if you feel like it's something that can benefit you. I've got the best setting sprays for oily skin. I have the best setting sprays for dry skin. All the things to make your makeup stay on even better. I think it's gonna change your makeup look. I think you're gonna love it. Let's get started. I'm so excited to bring this tutorial for you. I know it's been a hot minute since I have been on here. That's just because I'm waiting for the most perfect moment, right? Right? But I got a good one for you today. With the setting sprays, we're gonna be using Urban Decay's D-Slick setting spray. We're gonna have All Nighter, the All Nighter setting spray as well. Also, we're going to be having Mascara's setting spray. I think you're really gonna like this, baby. I think you're gonna like them all, but there's reasons for this madness to use all of them. So if you feel like you're a beginner in the makeup world, if you feel like you're new to makeup or tutorials or even to Mascara Beauty, this is gonna be something that you are really gonna feel that is helpful for you. So we're gonna get started. Roll this baby out. I have the Urban D-Slick setting spray. I also have this setting spray All Nighter from Urban Decay as well, and then I have the Mascara setting spray that I love. Now the thing with setting sprays, some are really good for oily skin, some are good for dry skin, and some are good for normal skin. I have an oily T-zone and I am dry on my cheeks. Well, that makes it so I can have whatever results I want, but with me using two different setting sprays, my body likes that, my little face likes that a little bit more, because that can make sure that these cheeks stay nice and poppin' without looking dry. One cool thing about setting sprays, especially with Mascara setting spray, is that the nozzle is a lot stronger. With other kind of setting sprays, you have to spray this a lot of times to get the desired amount that I want you guys to pay close attention to. And this baby, you're just gonna spray it a good few times versus a lot, or a couple times, however many, besides a lot of sprays with the other ones. Some people don't like how the nozzle sprays so strong, but there's a reason for the crazy. Here's the trick, okay? What we're gonna do first is we're gonna go in with a setting spray that's gonna act like a primer. That is going to happen before I put on any of my sunscreen, and I have a sunscreen that I absolutely love that I feel is the best. It's a mineral sunscreen, but before I do that, I'm gonna use my setting spray, and then we're gonna wait. We're gonna let it soak in, we're gonna let it do its thing, and we're gonna wait. First and foremost though, I can't say enough about it, that we're going to put a lot on. This is acting as a primer, and it makes such the difference. With mascara makeup, less is more. With a lot of makeup, less is more. The heavier handed we get, the more it looks like makeup. So it's up to you with what kind of look that you're going for. But if you are going for more of that subtle, natural makeup look, then less is more, right? Right, okay. I'm gonna be spraying this on my face, but before that, I wanna show you a little something. So when I spray the D-Slick on my hand, it makes this mist on our faces, right? But when I spray this setting spray from Mascara, it makes everything a lot more wet with just one little spray. It is a stronger spray, so you're gonna see throughout this that I'm gonna hold it closer to my hand or further away from my face as we go. What I do for me, which know this, if you are oily all over, you're going to do this with just the D-Slick setting spray. If you are both C's like I am, you're gonna put the D-Slick in your T-zone, and then you're gonna go in with the Mascara one on your face, or again, you can use the All Nighter, but I love the fact that this spray makes it way easier for me. And then if you are just dry or normal everywhere, you can just go in strictly with the Mascara setting spray all on its own. just like that, okay? So I'm gonna go in with this all over my face, and I want you to pay attention to how much I'm actually using. There's two options that you have that you can do here. You can either spray your sponge and sweep it, and you're gonna get a good solid amount. I'm talking, I don't know if I can get close enough to this, but I'm talking, I want your face wet, okay? This is how wet I want your face to get. It's like a lot, right? You're gonna load up that might have been just a little bit too much. You're gonna load that up onto your face, sponge it all over, and then we'll let it dry. If you have the oily in your T-zone, take your D-Slick, spray it on your sponge, get it down your T-zone. Just like so. So a good strong amount with whatever setting spray you use. Now we're gonna wait for it to dry. While you're waiting for it to dry, you can get your eye primer, you can go in and do your eyes, whichever you want. I like to do my eye makeup first, because that way if I want to do it fast, if I want to be sloppy, I know, like I said, all the tutorials are so different than what I say, but test it out. I'm a firm believer with you testing out different things with your makeup on your face, because you're not like everybody else. We're all so different, right? So test out what is best for your face and see what you like more than others. That is key, that is important, straight up. By the way, I also like to use a dry sponge. I know that is so different than however beauty bloggers say things, but it's a dry sponge. I spray it with the setting spray. It swells on the one side, and the reason why I do this is because so many people either have really overhydrated skin under their eyes or super dry skin areas, and I feel like the makeup pulls differently, so why utilize it all in one? Especially if we're oily, getting a damp sponge with water and you have oily skin, do the two mix right? So that's why I go in with the setting spray on one. So if I'm ever needing to go in and damp things to sponge off excess, I have that setting spray in there doing its job. I like it for people 10 times more across the board than just having a completely wet sponge. It's still wet, it's still swollen, it's just with setting spray instead of water, helping do the trick for helping you avoid being oily throughout the day. As time goes by, you can feel your face. If it still feels tacky, then you know it still isn't dry yet. So give it some time, go eat your breakfast, go do what you gotta do, brush your teeth, play around with the dog, I don't know, but you're gonna do something and you're gonna keep going until you have lost the tacky feeling and it will truly just feel like your skin. I can still feel some that is wet in my forehead, I can still feel that it's tacky on my cheeks, so I'm just gonna let this sit and it will truly feel like there's nothing on your face once it has absorbed into your skin. This is going to help prevent your oily skin throughout the day, making your makeup stay put, making you be a winner. Yes, I love it. All right, we're almost done. Haha, now it is time for our sunscreen. So this sunscreen that I like to use, this is a sunscreen that is a mineral sunscreen, which means it is going to be going on quickly because it dries pretty quickly. You're not having to wait for it to sit and absorb. So I'm gonna get my sunscreen on and I'm going to get it all over, get it on quickly. And I'm good to go. Again, you don't need to get this. Wait for it to dry, which won't take very long. It's time to get started with that makeup application. I'm just gonna whip my makeup on really quick. I'm using Mascara's 3D foundation. Absolutely love this stuff. I love the fact that all my makeup fits into one compact. Everything that I'm using is being pulled from my compact. This is my creams. Mascara is a cream. And then I have my powders that I will be using as well. So here we go. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna real quick like, you will see me stipple in a lot of areas because I do have more textured skin all right in here, and you will also see me sweep. You'll see both. So if you feel like you have textured skin, you might want to try the stippling. If you feel like you have smooth skin as a baby's butt, then try sweeping.
I don't wanna waste my time, so baby we should start living now.
Okay, so we got the makeup on, we got the look that we want. Now we have just a couple more steps. This is where you decide if you want a more dewy look for your makeup or if you want a more matte look. What we did previously with the setting spray before our makeup, that's going to help prevent the oily skin throughout the day. But to top it off is how you use your translucent powder. With your powder, depending on your skin type as well, depends on which finish you want. So a lot of people love the Coty Airspun setting powder, and a lot of people love the Laura Mercier setting powder for oily skin. I prefer the Laura Mercier powder over the Coty, just because I feel that the Coty people apply it a little too thick than what they should, making it so with oily skin, it just beads up, and I really personally don't like it. So again, less is always more. Less for the makeup application, less for the setting powder, and less at the end here. We're going to use the setting spray. But in the beginning, that more is awesome with your setting sprays. So what I'm going to do, you have two options that you can use. If you want to have a more matte look, you're gonna use a setting spray first, and then you're gonna go in and apply your setting powder. If you want more of a dewy look, you're going to put on your powder first and then top with your setting spray. So because I get oily in my T-zone, I'm going to now just spray with my setting spray and then go in with my powder after. But here's the thing, in the beginning we were talking about how the nozzle sprays really strong. So I'm just gonna hold it further back from my face. If you're worried about that and you want to go in with another one or with an all-nighter, you're more than welcome to. But this one, we don't need to have as strong of a spray as we did in the very, very beginning. So I'm just gonna go in with a further spray. See, that was 4 sprays. I don't feel like I'm overpowered with what is on my face. I feel like it's a good amount. I let that dry, but it doesn't have to dry fully, because here's my tip with using that sponge that we had earlier. So I have a little bit of makeup on it just from sponging off any excess that I had as I did my makeup, just like so. But because it is a little damp from the setting spray that we sprayed on it early, but it's soaked in, so it's not like sitting right there that's gonna make my setting spray to like get wet or anything like that. But it's just enough that it made it swole and that setting spray. So I'm actually gonna take that baby. I'm gonna grab my powder right here. So this is the Vanilla Dust from Mascara Beauty. Because I don't have like full oily skin, I love this stuff, because I also love it because it doesn't go on too thick. Like, it's just a really good amount. It doesn't try and beat up, and I love that it's pressed. With the Laura Mercier, my very favorite one is the loose powder. Okay, so I have some on my sponge right there, and I just take it and I press in where I need that to go. On my forehead, down my nose, because I get oily in my T-zone, and then I leave the rest alone. I don't even touch the rest of my face because it tends to be more dry, and I just want it to be. So me not putting it there is kind of helping it have more of a dewy look. Now, if I wanted to have that more, this is the more matte look, because I want it to be matte in my T-zone. But if I wanted it to be the other way around, then I'm just going to press on my powder, then spray with my setting spray, and I'm good to go. One of the last things you can also decipher what you wanna do is if you don't wanna put your illuminator, which is that extra added shine right there, if you don't wanna put that on until you are done with all of it, so you just get that killer awesome shine, you're more than welcome to do that too. Now we have our final look. I hope that if you are a beginner, that this is like your beginner makeup tutorial look for you. You know that I got you, whether or not it be if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, whatever, that I was able to show you some tips that are best for you with doing your setting sprays like this, using your Urban Decay setting spray or the mascara setting spray, All Nighter, or the D-Slick. You can have the look you want to achieve. It's just with those little key things in the beginning that we always aren't aware of, which changes everything. I can't even tell you. It's my fave. I feel like this is the perfect summer-proof makeup look. I picked a cheek that, and I also picked an illuminator, I picked a contour that is a little bit more warmth to it to just kind of add to that summer look. I also made sure that I bronzed, because it's my fave. And if you want to get your personalized makeup through mascara, you're more than welcome to send me a picture. The link is below where you're facing an open window to my website. Then you can get your personalized palette with mascara. To wrap things up, this was a tutorial for oily skin or normal skin, but how do you get that stay power for your summer-proof makeup? Well, right there with that setting spray, it's gonna make a huge difference. Also with your translucent powders, your Laura Mercier or the Vanilla Dust that mascara has, Coty Airspun is one you can try as well for oily skin, but it's up to you. Like I said, it's always worth trying out and seeing what you like. If this is a page that you feel like is one, or a channel, sorry, that you feel like is one that you don't wanna miss out on, dude, you better subscribe, click the button, click the things, and then you can get in all the goodness that I'm gonna have strolling through. Okay guys, until next one, we'll see ya, bye.